You know, I've always found it ironic that a character so associated with toys and action figures has never had a great action figure of himself. Well, the 4 Horsemen may have finally done it with their latest Figura Obscura release, Father Christmas. Do we finally have a great Santa Claus action figure? Well, we'll try to answer that on this episode of Geek Dad Life. The Figura Obscura line is a small but mighty collection of characters and figures that fall outside of the Mythic and Cosmic Legions toy lines by the 4 Horsemen. As someone that has appreciated the Mythic and Cosmic Legions from afar, but have felt it too daunting a task to jump in and start buying those figures, I've really dug Figura Obscura as a small line that I can get into and get some really cool looking action figures of some really iconic characters. It could be argued that there is none more iconic a character than Santa Claus, Father Christmas, Saint Nick, the Holly King, or old Kris Kringle. For those of us kids that grew up with Santa as our main delivery mechanism for these toys and action figures that we love so much today, it is funny that we have yet to get a great action figure of this person. The 4 Horsemen are the latest action figure company to attempt it, and if there's anyone that could pull off a fantastic Father Christmas action figure, it would be them. I know Fresh Monkey Fiction is also working on a Santa action figure, but those still haven't shipped. The packaging is identical to the 2 Krampus that we have gotten so far. It is a standard rectangular window box covered by a magnetic sleeve that also doubles as a background for your action figure. And I know Nate Barch has done the artwork for all of the Figura Obscura figures so far, but this might be his best. The depiction of Father Christmas on the front with the snow owl. There's just so much warmth and light in the picture. We also have a reindeer on the back spine. On the back, we have a winter village basked in the glow of a sunrise. We also get a great bio for Father Christmas, as well as a really nice profile of the smaller bearded head option that we get with this set. A great addition to this set was a nice Happy Holidays card that is blank. You can write whatever you want in it, but it features that amazing Nate Barch Father Christmas artwork. Taking the figure out of the packaging, the figure is absolutely exquisite from top to bottom. The soft goods feel like the most luxurious winter coat you could possibly buy for a Santa. Soft goods can be really tricky in this scale, but there is wire threading throughout all of the white piping on this suit that allows you to position all the soft goods in a very natural way that makes it look like a real Santa coat. Most of the sculpting details are seen on his head as well as all of his accessories. The smaller beard is my preference. The longer one makes it look too much like, I don't know, he plays in ZZ Top, but they're both absolutely fantastic. The accessories are where this figure shines. With his staff with optional lantern accessory looking really cool. He has 2 holly crowns for both heads and a removable belt. Now, this wouldn't be a Father Christmas or Santa figure if he didn't have some toys to give to the good girls and boys, and he has plenty. Snare drums, trumpets, jesters, stuffed animals too, and a sculpted bag of toys that includes a ball painted blue. In the sack that features the stuffed animals, there's also 2 surprise additional knight head sculpts that the Horsemen wanted to give as a special Santa gift to Mythic Legions collectors. One accessory that is a little bit annoying is the pine tree or Christmas tree that is included with this set. It is a flocked green pine tree, and a lot of that flocking got all over the place when I opened up the figure. I mean, this is true for any of these little pine trees that you can get for a model train set or something like that. So a minor annoyance, just be aware that a lot of that flocking will get all over the place. But I'm still glad I've got it. Another slight critique is the scale of the figure. The Horsemen use their 2.0 body style, which is a thinner, smaller buck, which allows for more space for his very thick cloth goods. But he does seem a touch small, especially when you stand him side by side to the Krampus. In a lot of the older illustrations, they're generally about the same height, if not Santa being a bit taller than Krampus, which isn't the case here. That's not to say there aren't illustrations where Krampus is taller, but at least in my own head canon, I've always felt Santa should be at least the same size, if not taller than Krampus. Speaking of that Krampus figure, in my review of both the red and dark versions, I couldn't quite fully commit to which Krampus I would prefer, but now that I have them side by side, my original instinct that the darker one would pair better with this Father Christmas figure rings true. That's not to say that the red one looks bad next to Santa. I think it looks perfectly fine. But in my own display, I think the contrast of the original Krampus with this Father Christmas figure looks the best. So as I said in the top of this video, do we finally have a great Santa Claus figure? While it's not perfect, I think the 4 Horsemen Figura Obscura Father Christmas is absolutely fantastic. It captures so many of the elements of what makes this character such a beloved figure in a lot of people's hearts and minds, while giving us a look and feel that is completely different from the standard Coca-Cola Santa Claus. I think that approach allows this figure to remain on a toy shelf somewhere in your collection year-round. If you want to keep watching, check out this video. And until next time, hasta luego and goodbye.